Around the time of the graduation and commencement service of the Whitfield College, I'd attended that service. I had a friend who was graduating that night. And while the Reverend Nelson was preaching, I was struck by some things that he had said. And the Lord started to trouble me about what I was doing. And really, afresh, I sought the Lord as to whether he would have me go into full-time service or not. Pray that he would make it abundantly clear. And of course, as we mentioned, the promotion was fresh. Things had happened that just seemed to say this wasn't the time, but I committed it on to the Lord. And prayed specifically that he would even use some of those verses he had called me with initially many years prior. And then coming to the start of 2024, having prayed much about this, the Lord was going to make it clear, because the Reverend Porter just commenced a new series in the book of Nehemiah at that time. And as he was preaching, he quoted those verses from 2 Timothy chapter 4, verses 1 and 2. And then he also quoted Matthew 21, verse 28, "Son, go work today in my vineyard." And as those words were preached and said, that emphasis upon today was laid upon my heart. And I could hardly sing, really, the closing hymn. Such was the power of what the Spirit was doing. The hymn was, "My talents, gifts, and graces, Lord, into thy blessed hands receive. And let me live to preach thy word. And let me to thy glory live. My every sacred moment spend in publishing the sinner's friend." And so following that, I spoke to the Reverend Porter, and in various other ways the Lord confirmed that this was the time to leave employment and go into training for the Whitfield College. We applied again for the entrance exams. This time we had 3 weeks to study, so there was a bit more time to make it possible, and we sat those, and the Lord gave us a success in those. And therefore we entered the college in 2024, September 24, which means we're now in second year in the theological course. And the Lord has been good. He has blessed us. We do thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your prayers for all the students. We appreciate that very much, especially as we come to exams and as we travel across the country. I'd encourage you to continue praying for the Whitfield College. Remember, the students, there are currently 6 students in the college. There are 2 in 4th year, Mr. Christopher Orr and Mr. Thomas Hanna. 2 in 2nd year, John McNeil and myself. And then in 1st year, we have Mr. David Warwick from our Ballymena congregation and Mr. Marcus Wenlock from our Macrofelt congregation. So that makes up the student body currently. We have a total of 17 subjects to cover over the 4 years of study. And so pray as we would seek to deal with all of that material. And of course, pray for the new college building too. We've just moved in to that building, and as you know, it will be opening in just a matter of weeks' time officially. But the Lord has provided a great purpose-built facility there for the training of students. Pray that he will even bless that and fill it with many students for his glory and for the furtherance of the gospel. Just to leave those few prayer requests, remember the principal, remember the academic and management committees of the college, and remember all of our lecturers as they would seek to come week by week. It's an extra burden upon them in their pastorate to then come along and teach us also. Remember the final year students, Mr. Christopher Orr, Mr. Thomas Hanna, as they would seek to know the mind of God coming to the end of their studies, and as they would look forward to even a call to some congregation in the will of God. And do pray for new students. The burden and the need is great for new students. There are currently 12 congregations that are vacant between Ulster and the mainland within our denomination. We have 9 here in Ulster and 3 across in the mainland, Liverpool, Tavistock and the Isle of Man. Pray for all of these congregations. Pray for more men to go into the college, to train for the ministry, and pray that they would be men called of God and equipped of God to labour for him in this day and generation. But we trust that these words, even of testimony and a brief update on the work of the college, will encourage you and encourage you to pray for the work of God. At this moment, we'll just ask our brother, the Reverend Macmillan, to come and bring the necessary announcements. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Richard. Good morning, everyone. We welcome you to morning worship in the Saviour's great name. Thankful for all that have been able to join us today, especially if you're visiting with us. We're glad to see our sister Betty Kennedy back with us at the meeting this morning, and pray the Lord will continuous good hand upon Betty in the days to come. Remember, this is St. David's Day. Wales is very close to our hearts, so do remember the land of Wales especially, for the Lord to pour out His blessing and His Spirit upon it again. It's good to have the children and the young people that have been in Sunday school and Bible classes and have stayed with us for the morning service. We're glad of your presence. May the Lord bless you as well. And we welcome those that are watching the service this morning on the live stream. We welcome the students of the college, Mr. Richard Edwards and Mr. John McNeil. The college Sundays give an opportunity to highlight the work of the Whitfield College, gives you an opportunity to get to know the students. It gives them a little more experience in conducting services. And we encourage you to continue to support the college both prayerfully and practically in the days ahead. Remember, there is communion immediately after this morning service, and we do encourage as many of the Lord's people as possible to remain for it. 6 o'clock tonight is the prayer meeting in the hall. 6:30 the gospel meeting. 2 students again be taking the service. Mr. Marcus Wenlock will lead and testify, and then Mr. Thomas Hanna will be preaching. Tomorrow morning at 10, the parent and toddler group downstairs in the church hall. Tuesday evening, 6:45, the 2 children's bright hours here in the church hall and also in the band hall down in Killalay. Wednesday date is our prayer meeting and Bible study. I'll be speaking myself. I'm planning to bring just the presentation of the recent trip to Uganda, so keep that in mind and come along and join with us. Friday in the morning is the monthly assembly in the Drumhillery Primary School. We appreciate your prayers as we speak there. Remember, we're doing the life of Dr. Bill Woods with the children in the school. 8 o'clock in the evening is the Youth Fellowship. It's a home meeting, and our brother Daniel will be speaking and bringing a word to the young people. Also on Friday night is the Presbytery, been held this month in the Hebron Church in Ballymoney. It is a 75th anniversary this year for the congregation there in Hebron, also one of the first of our congregations to be formed. Remember the men's breakfast next Saturday morning at 9. The cost £15. The speaker is Pastor Dennis Lyle. Open to men outside the congregation. Encourage your family and friends to come. We ask you to put your name down on the sheet on the porch today, if that is at all possible, and you're asked as well, please, if you can, to pay before the morning of the breakfast. Next Lord's Day, the 8th of March, 10:40, the Sunday School and Bible classes. The service is 11:30 a.m., 6:30 p.m. Lord willing, I'll be preaching at both of those services myself. Remember the half hour of prayer before both of the meetings. Next Sabbath day, we'll take our annual offering for the Missionary Council of our denomination. So please keep that in mind. Write on the envelope that the gift is for the Missionary Council, and give to that special offering just as generously as you can. Just an update on the couple of special offerings taken recently. The offering for the Mourne Missionary Trust now stands at £560, and the offering taken Friday night week ago for the Youth Fellowship, there was £870 and €200. So we do thank you all sincerely for your very generous giving. Just to remind you of the opening of the new facilities for the Whitfield College of the Bible. That's Friday night week, the 13th of March. The actual opening will take place at 7:30, and then the special opening service at 8. You're asked to be seated in the church before 7:30, in good time before 7:30 for the actual opening ceremony itself. It's going to be displayed on the screens in the church for everyone that will be present in it. And remember, there's cards there in the porch as well with the details of the opening. Remember James Craig going with the serve team to Armenia. I had promoted James to be the leader of that team. He was a little alarmed at that. So James is going as a member of that team at the end of this month to conduct a children's camp. They're having a table quiz on Saturday the 14th of March, 7:30 in the Tandragee Church Hall, to raise funds for the trip. Remember that those funds are to help the children that they will be working with, and there's flyers available for the trip and the fundraiser in the porch as well. Our sister Jessica Elliott, had her surgery on Tuesday. She got home again from the hospital on Thursday, and she's doing very well in her recovery. Her dad Paul asked me to convey to the church our heartfelt thanks for the prayers of the congregation, the phone calls, and the messages of support that Jessica and the family have received. It has been very much appreciated, and they ask that you'll continue just to keep Jessica in your prayers for the days to come, or the days to come. As a congregation, we offer our congratulations to John and Grace Lucas on the birth of their first child, a girl weighing 8 pounds 14 ounces, just born this morning, just a little after 5:20. So mother and baby are doing well. We're very delighted for John and Grace, also for Brian and Sandra, and we assure them all of our support and our love and our prayers just at this very special time for them. We were greatly saddened by the death of Miss Pat Mills on Thursday morning. Pat had laboured as a missionary for a number of years in Cork under our mission board in the early years of the witness there. Her great burden was for the Jewish people, and she felt the call of God that took her across to Canada, and she worked with the Toronto Jewish Mission for quite a number of years, especially amongst the great Jewish community in the city of Toronto. She did work in the Whitefield College of the Bible while she waited to go to Canada. That was when Roberta and I were both studying in the college at that time, so we got to know her very well. We became very good friends with her sister Pat,